Marty Mauser is a terrible person. So why do we root for him anyway? If you haven't heard of Marty Supreme, you must have been living off grid for the past 2 months because the $70 million marketing budget has rendered this movie virtually inescapable. Personally, I loved it for a variety of reasons, but I have noticed a lot of negative perception around Tillamy Shilamy's character Marty and how unlikable he is. And I don't disagree. He's a delusionally confident, egotistical, narcissistic, pathological liar who lies and cheats and steals and blows up every person's life that he comes into contact with. Yet I found myself wanting him to win so badly. And this is a guy whose actions crushed a man's arm and lit a group of dudes on fire. He chose to fly across the world over witnessing the birth of his son that he denies being the father of in the first place. On paper, he has the brand of narcissism that makes Frank Gallagher from Shameless look like a saint. So why was I stressed the fuck out that he wasn't going to make it to Japan for his little ping-pong-a-palooza? Well, Marty represents the little voice inside all of us that wants so desperately to win, that wants to prove that we're more than just inconsequential specks on this dying earth, that our lives have meaning and we were put here for a reason. We all grew up hearing, never give up, do whatever it takes. But do we really mean it? Marty says to Rachel, I have a purpose and you don't, which is essentially one of the meanest things you could say to a person. But honestly, how far are most of us actually willing to go to prove that we're worthy of the lives we deserve? Marty embodies the most extreme version of our inherent hunger for power and recognition. The animal inside who doesn't care who or what stands in our way of winning. Everybody wants to rule the world, right? Even if just to prove it to ourselves. This is very clear at the end of the movie after he wins the real table tennis game in Japan against Endo. He enters the maternity ward to check on Rachel, and it's the first time he acknowledges that he's the father of her child. It's only after he proves to himself that he's not a loser does he feel worthy of the role of dad. Raising a child is his new Endo, the next round in this game of life. So, the next time you set your eyes on a goal, ask yourself, what would Marty Mauser do? And then dial it down like 95%.